Support is the floor, right? And resistance is the ceiling. Boom. Right? So now you're wondering, well, what good is that gonna do to help me trade? Well, check it out. It's gonna help you do is I'm looking for positions in the market. I'm looking, where do I get in this market? How do I get in this market? So let's say you're chilling, right? And gold goes way up here, right? So it hit this zone up here. So what do you notice every time I come across a green ellipse? What do you notice about the market? It tanks, right? Don't look at the charts and see. If I came here, what happened? It tanked. It came up and it retraced and it tanked. Came back up and it tanked all the way down here to these lows. So every time I see where the market hit this support, means resistance zone, it tanked. It couldn't go any further, so it tanked. So it's like, again, I said before, I'm going up against Michael Jordan. I'm going against Rodman and all these great shot blockers, and I'm thinking, oh, my basketball skills are the bomb. I'm going up to the shot, and they're just killing me. Like, just get this stuff out of here. It's rejection. So this part right here, stupid rejection. I'm gonna draw a little arrow here so you can see. Little voice box. Stupid rejection right here. Right here, rejection. So this is where price rejected, and then what? Went away. It rejected and went away. Rejected. What happened? When I played basketball, I got a clean shot at the ball, right? The basket. You saw how LeBron comes trailing down the court and comes rejection is out of here. So this is what this is. Price rejected, and what happened? Tanked. Tanked. Or tank is the same thing as sell. So if you was on your charts and you were right here and you waited, because it's a patience game. You must wait. You wait for price to get here, and let's go in and really look at this right here so I can see what I'm talking about. If you saw price was bullish going up, and then it hit here, it created a long wick. That is a reversal wick. See that long wick right there? Let me blow it up. Let's blow it up. All right. See that long wick? That long wick right there. Let me blow this so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at this long wick. So that tells me that the buyers were in the market and price shot all the way up here. You can see it, right? Let me remove this little green thing here. Let me hide the drawing for a second. We just want to hide it real quick. Hide drawings. All right. So look at this long wick. Right there. Can I go even further now? Let's blow it up. Okay, there it is. Look at that long wick. It's almost like a Thor hammer the other way, right? It's like a hammer. It's like an upside down hammer. You see that? If I looked at this and say, that's like a lollipop, right? You got a lollipop, and you turn it around, right? So this here represents bearish activity and sellers. You got buyers and sellers in the market. Buyers push the market up. Sellers push the market down. So the sellers are like, you know what? You've been on a rampage, man. Right? Look at this market. This market been going up. You see clearly that the market has been going up. Uptrend, up, over here. So that was like, okay, you know what? Enough of this. Right here on Tuesday, March 8th, 2022, the seller said, we're done. You had a long run. How long has this been running? Look how down here, right? But you see it's been all the way down here where it came from. Down here, came down here. This is where it was. It ran for almost a year, right? That's September 21st. It's when it started to go back up. Now you have some retracements in here, but that's what happens. Price fluctuates. So from September 30th, 2021, all the way to March 8th, 2022, right? Year, some change. That's almost a year. It looks like it's about 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. But still, you see the trend. So here, it reversed. Boom. Right? So let me go back and show you again. It hit resistance. It hit that, the top of that stack there, right? Let's see. All right. So I want to point out that this is a wick. Candle wick. You know, I have a candle. So look at this candle right here. This candle here got pushed down. So that means that it went all the way up here. At one point, this candle was a full candle, but sellers pushed it down. They pushed it down all the way down here, right? And this candle closed as a bearish candle. It closed as a bearish candle. That's a candle pattern. We got to look at that. Look at that. I got to make note of that. So I come over here. This is a bullish candle, right? But then you see that the bullish power trend is gassing out because it goes up, 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 up. It's got to come back down at some point, right? So here we put the drawings back on, and we see that it didn't quite make it to the top of the resistance zone, but these are where the sellers are sitting there. The sellers are sitting here waiting. They're sitting here like, you know what? Look, son, we're gonna sit here on this mountain, right? Sellers are here. Sellers are there. Sellers are here. So the sellers came in and said, you know what? Okay, you had 6 months of bearish, bullish run. It's time to turn it around. So now you see that it hit mad resistance up here, right? The ceiling, remember the ceiling? So now the market is going to reverse. And what happened? Every time we saw this ellipse, the market crashed. We're looking at this example. Now it's selling off. So what you do is you wait until you get a candle that closes, right? So in here, I've got what? So the last bullish candle is 1. I got a red candle, a green candle, and look at this. This green candle is another one here. That's another bearish candle, like this one, upside down hammer. So that's a candle pattern. So this red candle here, I wait till it close. So this is March 9th. So that's the next day. After this candle closed, this created, again, we talked about that, a bearish engulfing candle. Now, sometimes price doesn't respect these kind of patterns, or sometimes they do. You gotta be careful of both. But this is a bearish engulfing, which means that there's a start of a bearish run. And what do you see? Boom, it tanked. You can clearly see that it's tanking, right? Tanking, right? Comes back up a little bit, retracement, and it continues to tank, right? You saw this a little bit, ring it from side to side. But what happens? It continues to tank. You see? Continue to tank. So I can have different zones. This is the main zone, all right? So now I want to come back down and find out where is, if I bring my line here, I can bring it down, and where's the next resistance? Right here. You can see where it came down and came here and rejected. So this is the top rejection, right, for all resistance. This is another resistance point. This is another entry for a trade because I'm trading off the pullback. Again, when you're dealing with support, resistance, pullback is when it comes back, it's pulling back. So it's like I'm driving and I forgot something at the store. I got to come back to the store, pick it up, and then keep going. So that's what I did here. I was here, so we can come over here and get our crew. Let's see where the crew's at. Let's get a crew here. All right, let's get a crew. Let's see what we can do. Let's get a gentleman here. Come get a gentleman. Get a gentleman here. Let's get a cop. Let's put a cop right here. A cop. All right, see the cop? Cop right here. So let's say the cop was sitting there waiting for me. Right? So let's say I was over here, right? And I was just coming up the way. This speeding up. And then I see the cop sitting right here, right? And the cop's like, hold on, man, you can't come past this zone here. You're not allowed to cross this street here. He's blocking this path. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna come up here, right? And then what I gotta do? I can't go past that because the sellers are there, right? That's resistance. I've been shut down. It's like a police barricade, right? Block. So then I say, now I gotta sell this stock. I gotta sell this particular instrument off. It bought, now I gotta sell it off. So the eyes are where I'm looking to get into the trade, right? Here's another point right there, eyes. Why am I looking to get in the trade right there? Because it pulled back. See how it came down and pulled back. And now the cop's like, you know what? You're good, right? Now I continue to trade, and I take this trade all the way down here. And the pullback, right? The pullback right here, another pullback. So the trend's your friend, right? So when you are in a downtrend, you're only taking sales. You got to be really, really good to counter trend trade. Counter trend trading is going the other way. You don't want that. You lose money. Trust me, I lost money now. So I'm looking at sells in this market. So I can put a sell here, right? All right. But before I do that, you're probably saying, what's the next zone? Next zone, I'm gonna draw a line. The next zone is when I come into a ceiling area. It's right about here, right? That's another zone right there, right? So I come over here and say, you know what? That's another area for me to look at trade there. Boom. So I got 3 trades. I got 1, 2, 3, and it tanks a little bit, right? And then I gotta wait for a pullback. A strong pullback. The pullback might come to this line here, or it may not. And what it did, it came here, right? But this is kind of like a fake out, because I'm looking for it to drop. So what happened here? So I gotta wait. So I say, you know what? Oh, I can't take this trade right here. It came back to my zone here, right? I gotta wait. So what I do, I gotta wait. So it comes back up here. It doesn't quite hit that zone, that line, but it comes here. See? That's a little bitty candle. I don't know if you see it or not. It's a little teeny weeny beanie candle. Baby candle. It's like a plus. See that? That's a little plus. Where it hit right on the top there. You can see it. Little plus candle. That is a doji. So doji candle is where it's indecision. The buyers don't know what the hell's going on. The sellers don't know what the hell's going on. So it's like it's equal. I push you down, I push you up, I push you down, push you up. You know, so you got resistance and support going back and away. You know, it's like tug of war, you're fighting over it. They don't have no clue what's going on. So at that point, it comes here, and then what happens? You see that it rejected here, right? At this point right there. And it flew away. Came up. So that's another area for me to trade in right there. Now, I know you're saying, well, dang, you know what? This is going up. It is going up, right? It is going up. And I possibly could trade that. But you got to know a little bit more about how to finesse that. I'm just looking for areas in the market that are rejection. Okay, let's go back and look at it again. Rejection, right, from there, right? So we haven't got to support yet. We got rejection. Because we're taking it from the top, you see. And then it came here. So this is another area where the eyes have it right there, boom. Right. Then it came up here, rejection, but I'm not gonna put a circle there because that's not a trade I'm gonna take. This trade I take right here, because it pulled all the way back here and it dropped. So I'm looking for those moves that are huge in the market. So the eyes have it right here, eyes don't boom right there. So you see what happened? Tanked all the way down, tanked. A little pullback, but I don't want that pullback. I'm tanking it all the way. And it came down here, and what happens? So you can put a line right there if you wanted to. But the sweet spot line, that's a good line right there because it's kind of a zone. So I can come in here and draw another zone in here. See a little zone there. All right, and then I've got another zone over here. So now I got 3 zones from the top. Check it. I got one up there, the zone I first drew. Right? Zone 2, zone 3. You see I'm just going down, picking up spots. But now if I have another horizontal line, I can do here. This, boom. It's kind of noisy here, and when I make my noise is choppy. I don't like choppy markets. It's a lot of in, out, in, out, in, out, in. I don't want that. So I stay away from that. But this is another area where I would get in. So I would put an eye here, right? Put a little line there. And you see that it rejected right here. That's another pullback. See? Came down and pulled back. You want a nice pullback. Pullback means it's strong. It's selling, it's pulling back, and then you kind of have another